Morning, Daryl. 3:17 in the morning from Monday the 22nd of April 2024. This is your zombie out here of Roseman, California, the Weaverge on the sea. Not alive, but not awake yet either. Rrrr. 17 years, dude. Has it been that long for recovery? My God. That's amazing. That's amazing. You know what that amazing is? We'll wake up in the morning, we're clean and sober. We don't have to kill ourselves today with drug or drink or anything else. We got the option to wake up in the morning, thank our higher powers, we're good. And then just, with the rest of the day. How am I feeling this morning? Oh, good Lord, I'm just waking up here. I'm just not even alive or awake yet. I haven't checked out the political crap yet because I didn't want to deal with that stuff. That's for darn sure. What? I'm looking at the damn grocery list I've got here to get. And, oh yeah, stuff I need to get. Did I get, okay, get rid. Oh, I need Tang, damn it. Okay, so I need Tang. I gotta double check that stuff before I make the balance. Every so often, I still have to go through the usual accounting work of seeing how much I've got left to use per day. I've been doing this practice for God knows how long, and you know what? It keeps my brain working. Keeps my brain working. You were mentioning about fire alarms and smoking. A long time ago, my brother and I, when he came in here, he was smoking up a storm in this place. The smoke permeated, just stuck into the walls. Even when they keep repainting the place, sometimes you can smell someone else's cigarettes every so often. Or worse, gets stuck in the carpet. But these days, it's dog smells in the carpet. I can't get rid of it. I need professional cleaning in this place. You mentioned about rental. I, at one time in my life, had tried to own the property. It was my brother right after our mother's passing. And we got scammed out of the damn thing. Or otherwise, we weren't paying attention much to what the finer print was saying. Word of advice. If one was trying to get a trailer home, read the fine print and see where they're going to nail you with the charges, especially when and how they're going to increase the rates to a point where, and you better hope that you got the money to pay for the stuff, because if not, legal stuff goes nasty out here. Gets nasty out here. Kern is a lot different than LA County, I can tell you that much. They don't have as much free help out here in Kern, but in LA they do. At least they can go over things in finer detail. So that's pretty cool. I rent in this place. Right after Dave's passing, I had to fight the company for about a month in correspondence just to get this place secured still. So it's my responsibility, my home. I don't care. I'm okay for right now. I wake up in the morning. I still have a roof over the head. If I can maintain power, cool. If I have water, well, that's part of the lease. So I'm secure on that one. And yes, we do have smoke alarms. We also have a master alarm. We got one in the bedroom, one in the hall, and actually 2 bedrooms and 1 hall, and that's about it. But because I don't smoke, I don't have to worry about it, right? Wrong. Little vice here, pal. If you're cooking on the stove, and I know you cook on the stove, and I cook on the stove on a constant basis, there will be times that it's going to get smoky in this place. If I know that I'm going to cook something that's going to have a high smoke value or volume on it, I have to secure the rooms by closing up areas, make sure my dog's in the living room, in the couch, and I'm directing the vents to blow the smoke outside. That, and also keep a splatter screen which keeps the smoke from going off if I'm running into a smoky situation. Now, when I'm cooking stuff, usually it's frying up meat, that does the smoke, or oil, and that also does smoke. So I have to keep a window open, and I have to keep the fan blowing just to make sure the smoke is going out the window, because I don't want these damn things to go off. They're a pain in the ass to deal with. They are. But it's what I have to do when in an apartment living. At least today I don't crave a drink. I don't crave drinking. I don't crave that crap at all. I will have a sugar craving. Drink coffee in the morning when I need it. But when it comes down from my sugar, I'm drinking juices. And lots of water. This is stuff I need. Stuff I can live with. 1 second. I gotta check inventory real fast. I tell you, I wasn't very hip when it came down for trying to keep things on a balance here. I mean, it just wasn't. You can get the rest of the cereal. Good. And then everything else tomorrow. Good. That's what I need. And that's going to get me crazy. No. Well, what I was trying to talk about at this point over here, I know I'm muttering to myself because I'm checking things out on Amazon again. I get part of my bulk stuff from Amazon, and then the rest of the stuff I'll get every 3 or 4 days from the grocery store. I'll do the DoorDash on that one. I hadn't stepped into the mini mart that I have about 700 yards away in about a year or so because I've been doing the DoorDash and doing the Amazon for a while. And I got myself locked in here. But I'll get the stuff necessary that'll last me in bulk. People will go to Costco. People will go to Walmart and try to get the bulks over there if they could. And there's Sam's Club. They'll get the bulk stuff over there. Me, I do my shopping on Amazon, and I'll do shopping on Albertsons. It's been a hell of an adaptation, dude. You know, losing Ma was one thing, and Dave and I had to basically cling onto each other just for survival. And Dave had never gone back to dealers, but Loan Shark, that's a different story altogether. There are videos I made about that one in the Wind Files, but also a couple of them made and labeled regarding that situation. He passes about 2018, and then I'm stuck alone. And I have to survive. COVID kicks in, and then I learned how to do online shopping and been stuck on it ever since. Click on everything else I need or want if I had the money for it. The fun part is trying to balance everything. I mean, I was never the guy doing all the balancing for Ma or Dave at home. Ma was always doing the bookkeeping because that's her shtick. Numbers was her game. I should be able to do the New York crossword puzzle as well. If she actually had the time and chance for it. But she wanted to have her own business. And she'd work for other companies as being an accountant controller for them. So yeah, numbers was basically her thing. Try doing that. Try dealing with a lady with a numbers thing and you're trying to rip her off one way or another. That was my brother, and unfortunately I was part of it too. She always got pissed off at me and Dave. When David got out of the Navy just for the year, a long time ago, we were dealing with Grandma. Grandma had the stroke, bedridden. I'm a teenager growing up. Going through junior high. David comes home. He drank and he'd use. He didn't do that when it was. I'll take that back. David learned his drinking craft before he got into the military. Ma would come home from a hard day at work, and David would need to fix her a drink. He got hooked into stuff. I didn't. They kept me away from it. But often it affects the people who are been under the influence of the damn stuff. That's for darn sure. So David comes home from the Navy years later when he's theoretically grown up. About a year and a half staying at home helping Ma out, but also hiding from the military because of the stuff he did in there. He was drinking, he was using. And me, on the other hand, I was doing my own using too. Except I didn't take drugs. No, I went to arcades and spent money and stole money out of Ma's piggy bank. I had a plastic piggy bank that was filled up with quarters, I thought. It wasn't with quarters. What the hell was I thinking? If I was thinking straight, I wasn't. Susan B. Anthony's ever came across those damn things? Little, actually, silver dollars in the form of a quarter. Machines out there, doesn't matter if they're arcade or not, were not tooled to recognize the beveling and the weight difference between a quarter and a Susan B. Anthony dollar. I spent $500 of saved money Ma had into the damn arcades in an 8th grade time. All that time growing up, working my ass off, I kept telling myself I still owe her $500 to Susan B's. Can't find him anymore. Phased out. No, I did pay for my fair share of rent when I got into the working world. So I made up more than $500. Help pay for the rent, help pay for the food, help pay for the bills, and gas, and for the car. But in my head, I still owe her $500 worth of Susan B. Anthony's. It was something of an amends I had to make for her. Mama probably would brush it off me. Unfortunately, me being an alcoholic minded, I'm thinking to myself, I still owe her on that one. Do I still got the video game addiction? Yeah, I do. Is it in control? No. But I'm not craving it as much. Granted, I can see some people playing the stuff online. I'll see the cameras and I'll just watch them playing the games. I'll watch other shows that have already made their own versions of playing the video games and I'll watch that for fun. and I'll try to get me juiced up to do some combat with my Star Wars Battlefront 2. The earlier versions, not the later versions they had. But I'll tell you one thing, Daryl. I don't know if you ever got dealing with loan sharks before, and I hated dealing with that one. We got over here in the trailer home, and then got kicked out and dealt with the apartment complex here. That's when my brother got connected to a loan shark. Theoretically became his best friend. Hell, I thought I was. I'm his brother, for Pete's sake. Didn't happen, did it? I'm the guy trying to keep his ass alive. But he gets hooked up with a loan shark because of his dealing with that broad of his. Online broad. Nigerian scam woman. Yeah, pretty much a scam artist. Pretty much a scam artist. And that just pissed off David and me. Something fierce. But actually, there's a lot of things I could talk about this one, and some things I don't think I'm going to cross just yet. But I know how it made me feel dealing with a freaking loan shark for survival. And I have to keep paying him exorbitant amounts and still borrowing the money back in this constant vicious cycle. Met the bastard when we got into the apartment complex over here. Either he was a saving grace or he was a devil in disguise. Hell of a interest rates he charged too for it. Drove me nuts. Walk over to his damn apartment, give him the damn cash there, or else he'd come by and we have to give him the damn cash. But he didn't like coming by all that much. We had to go to him. He used to live here until he got shifted out of here. And then he lived in another apartment complex close by. Hated that guy. I hated what it was doing to my brother. I really did. My brother had a lot of pride. He was still trying to tell people that he was special. That while he was in the military and he was part of the elite, he was special. Well, to me, he was still special because he was my brother. He also knew how much I didn't like the son of a bitch. We had to keep playing the damn money game with this asshole. His Social Security would pay for rent, but everything else we had to keep borrowing the money and paying them back again and again and again. I had to deal with food giveaways. If we were lucky, every week. Every week I had to find a different food giveaway in the Rose Manor, go somewhere else to get more food coming into the house to stretch it out. And not to mention to feed our dogs. Most of us just to feed this broad across the water, so to speak. Said before, there's too many damn videos on this one made. Some are my files. Some things we do for our brothers, for our relatives, for our family. When he passed away, the shark disappeared. Hadn't seen him in a while. Hadn't seen him in years. Good. I don't want to deal with him. I'm not in a position to deal with the son of a bitch. I'm struggling with what I've got, and that's about it. But you know what? I'm happy. Relatively speaking. I mean, yeah, I deal with my mother's passing, and I deal with my brother's passing a great deal. But some of the stuff that they had to deal with, I no longer deal with. I'm okay. I deal with life on life's terms. I don't crave alcohol. I don't crave to do any drugs. I never did like doing drugs anyway. I just never did. Even medicinals, Tylenol do. I'll tell you one thing when I came close to the drug high is when I came down for the pharmaceutical. Decade and a half ago, I damn near killed myself at a retail store in Walmart. Tire dropped on my face. Tire dropped at an angle where it jarred my neck and my back. Been whiplash ever since. But during that year, that first year that happened, yeah, there was a hell of a lot of pain. Tylenol wasn't even cutting it. I tried Motrin by itself. Motrin wouldn't cut it. And I got the medications from the workers' comp doc on this one. Tramadol and Motrin. Tramadol is a nerve blocking agent. It blocks the signals, so there's no pain. They said it's non-addictive. Yeah, right. Meaning that I could crave this damn pill because of what it did. I know what the effects of Tylenol and codeine can do. I know what the effects of Vicodin. I don't like either one of them. The euphoria. People chase that euphoria feeling. No, that scared the fuck out of me. That scared the fuck out of me, Daryl. I didn't like that shit. See, I didn't understand that damn crap in the first place that everyone else chases. Because they want to chase that euphoria and feel like they're free and high. That scared the hell out of me. I prefer dealing with the pain. I prefer dealing with down on the earth. I'm on the ground. I'm not in the sky. I can fly. Screw that noise. I'll deal with a reality check here. Thank you very much. So when I got the medications concerning about the Tramadol and Motrin right after the tire drop on my face, it was nearly the same thing, but it was numbing me though. Meaning, I could bang myself into the arm and not feel a damn thing and still work. But have to pay attention to what I'm holding on to because it would deaden me to that point at the prescribed levels. But I wouldn't have to feel the pain. I'd work. I think I liked it because I was actually able to work. And I was actually able to be a functioning human being, barely. But they'd still have to treat me with kid gloves over there, and they hated that. Eventually, I usually say we mutually parted ways. No, they fired my ass. They fired my ass. Found an excuse, fired my ass, and got rid of me. And I'm still stuck with the pain ever since. But here's the catch. I know that feeling. I'm not chasing it. If my pain's going to get that bad, regarding the neck and the back, massage therapy, I do my own on it. Lower back, well, I'll deal with the groaning with that one and still rub the pain out if I could. But I know my nerves are screwed up on that one. I know my muscles are screwed up on that one. My head still tells me that I still got the pain. I wake up in the morning, my back's killing me. Sometimes if I twitch the neck, it comes from back here all the way down. So I know it's the same area because I know it's the impact area. Lifelong whiplash. People like to stay on medications. Me, I never liked medications in the first place. I can deal with Tylenol. I can deal with regular Tylenol off the shelf, extra strength. If I needed a little bit more than what they prescribed, I'll get the caplets. because I know I can snap one in half and take two and a half if I needed to. And I'll take the edge off. Every other time it's two, but when I'm dealing with a headache or a migraine, and I'll lay down and just let the Tylenol do its job, and then that's about it. I use it on an occasional stuff, but I don't do the constant on it. Here's the thing, I try to be more educated about how drugs will affect me a great deal, especially if I'm going to be taking enough that's going to be affecting my liver or any other part of my organ. And I'm trying not to let that happen. So I'll deal with the pain. I'll walk with the pain. I'll function with it. Even when I got the neuropathy going on. About a week or two, I get to see the doctor, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to talk to him about things. I'm also reminded that they want me to do the crap test on a stick. Ugh. Don't even like that in the mornings, I tell you. Don't like to do that. But I have to because it's part of the thing I got to deal with at the lab. And they're still waiting on it. Look at it every so often, but it's got a time sensitive, it's got a lifespan on it. I'm not doing it just yet. And the other thing I don't want to do is the damn blood work. I hate needles. I don't want to go through the damn shit. I don't like seeing the damn shit. It's a psychological and physiological thing that I've been dealing with all my life. I keep dealing with a therapist on this one. Little progress, little progress. No, it's called progress stalled at this point. There is no progress. I not deal with the doctor, but my body's getting worse and worse a little bit here and there. Starting to get more of the shooting pains in my fingers and my pads. Not to mention my feet, so I know the neuropathy is getting worse. The one thing, well, actually, it's pride and it's also called fear that I have to deal with. That's why I had to keep going to the damn therapy office. That's why I had to keep doing the Zoom calls. That's why I had to keep dealing with therapy at this point over here. Because eventually I need to deal with the damn doctor to take care of my body until probably it's too late. But just to maintain until my immortal corpse leaves this planet. Some things people don't like to hear about. Well, this is life. I've had some dreams. I've had some times where the dream state is more pleasant to be with instead of waking up in a reality. But I deal with reality. I wake up in the morning and my dog is having a conniption fit because she can't settle. Last Wednesday, actually not last Wednesday, but last Friday, this past Friday here, I was so damn grateful. I was doing, if I could have done cartwheels, I could have done cartwheels. It's just ear infections. But I'll tell you, the ear infections are driving her crazy still. They put some heavy duty medications in her. Very heavy duty medications. I wish they could have given me some of those medications so I can continue to the treatment over here, but they didn't do the pharmacy on me. I wish they had. So I could take care of my dog. I was talking about finances earlier this morning, wasn't I? Or actually, earlier in the broadcast. Yeah. Dave was trying to do the finances, but he sucked at the damn thing. They couldn't keep bills balanced. I have to. I see the income coming in, and then I had to start doing the calculations in my head, and me and math don't mix. But I've been using math for a hell of a long while, so yeah, it's working for me. Go figure. Things change. I don't have an appreciation. I just know how to use it. I'm just not saying I'm a math guy. One of my college professors, when I was taking math for liberal arts, was giving us a look at each other, said, "Are you a math guy yet?" The first class we have, math for liberal arts, he's showing us a video about this one guy who hated math. He's doing this TED talk. I did this video about a few years back, before I had got into the class. And he's talking about how he hated math, and then after a while he started looking at math and fractals and stuff like. At the end of the video, he was trying to convince the audience he's a math guy, and so are you. We're all math people now, because we know how to do it. And I'm thinking to myself, what a bunch of cracker shit. What a bunch of bullshit. And then every month I had to keep balancing out the things. And almost every few days I still had to do the balancing act. I had to do the checklists. Anyway, I'm rambling. I think I'll do another rambling video here.